I am here with Jillian, the winner of Big Brother Canada, with an asterisk. Now, tell me about that asterisk. You know, like, how, is that going to follow you for the rest of your life?
Oh, I think that you're always going to have critics. You know, if Gary were to win this game, I'm sure there would be a ton of critics out there saying, you know, you have a second life in this game. This wasn't fair. So I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt and say I'm glad I won. I feel really bad about Gary. He was just as deserving of this as I was. But at the same time, I worked my butt off. I won a lot of competitions. I made big moves. I had good strategy. I don't think that I'm undeserving of this at all. So I mean, what you want to say, but I won.
I just think it's funny that, like, you know, you engineered Topaz, and yes, Topaz was the one who basically handed you the $100,000. So is it kind of weird in that sense? Like, you know, you were the puppet master, and yet one of your puppets that you mastered is the one who ended up giving you the check.
Oh, you think that I puppet mastered Topaz?
I think so, to a degree. I think you puppet mastered, like, everybody. Yeah, everybody. Well, I think you did with everybody. And so that's why I felt like I've been arguing against all these twists, except this last one, because I loved this last twist that wasn't intended, you know, because it awarded it to the right person.
So, okay, I think it's neat, not neat, maybe, I don't know if that's the correct word, but that you think I'm a puppet master, because I didn't feel like I was doing that in the house. I was just doing what I had to do to win every week. Like, I was like, hey, what's the best thing this week? But yeah, it is ironic that she is the one that handed it to me, because she was the only one that I knew 150% was going to vote for Gary.
Right. The one thing I got to make sure I ask you to do before I forget is I loved the way you started your diary room sessions when you were talking to Arissa with your hello. Can you give me the patented, like, Jillian, I'll try my best. Are you ready for the imitation?
I don't know.
Okay. This is you in the diary room every time. Hello! Whenever you cast the vote. Do you ready?
Is that what I said?
Yes. Every single time. Every single time. It was like,
hello!
There it is. So I want to ask you a little bit about Emmett. Like, is there part of you that's glad that Gary did what he did because you didn't have to get Emmett's blood on your hands, and yet he was a guaranteed vote for you in the jury?
No, I would have liked to go to the final two with Emmett just because, you know, I feel like we worked so hard to get there together. I feel like it would have been a fair, you know, like jury vote. I think it would have been a 4-3 jury vote. I don't think it would have been solid Emmett, solid me. And I would have liked to sit next to him and him to get something out of this game as well.
Do you feel like there's any part of you that let Emmett make a lot of the decisions? You know, like you sort of let Andrew get sacrificed. You know, Emmett sort of got to take who he wanted to the final three. So I just feel like it's a lot of like Jillian give and Emmett take. Was there any Emmett give and Jillian take?
I definitely feel that there was. I feel like that anytime either one of us had the power to make a move, we did what was best for our game at that particular time. We didn't do what was best for the other person's game. The same as when I got rid of Peter. I made a decision to get rid of Peter. That wasn't the best thing for Emmett's game, but he supported me in that decision, and I feel as though I had to support Emmett in his decisions as well. I know that getting rid of Andrew was not the best move for my game, but it was his time to make a move, and I had to support him in that decision. He knew that Andrew wanted to take me to the final two. No wonder he wanted to get rid of him.
Why didn't you argue when you were in front of the jury that Gary came back in the game? I was waiting for you to say, hey, listen, you may not like me. You may not like the fact that I, just won all these competitions, but Gary got voted out and he came back in. But you never made that argument. So did you not want to lean on that? Like, did you just want to win it on your own? Yeah,
I definitely didn't want to lean on, like, putting down the person I was standing up next to. I think Gary was definitely deserving of this game. Like, he played hard. Canada voted him back in. I do see the 2 life thing, but I'm not going to use that against him. And at the same time, I just didn't want to throw it in his face. I think the jury is aware of that. And I think that they have already pretty much made up their decision who they're going to vote for. That speech is just something to do. I don't know. I think they already knew who they're voting for going into it.
Do you like Topaz now more than Emmett? Because if I were you, I certainly would.
No, I don't like Topaz more than Emmett, no. But I never didn't like Topaz. And, I don't even want to...
That's why. That's the purpose of the interview. I want to keep you on your feet. Finally, all right. Now to the fun stuff. What are you going to spend the money on? Is the first trip?
Not fun at all.
Is the first trip you're going to take in your Chevy Trax to pick up Emmett?
Maybe. I never thought about it. But what I'm going to do with my money is pay off my student loan and put a down payment on a house. So boring, I know.
No, that's such a winner answer. No splurge. You don't look like somebody who's going to splurge.
Oh, I know. I'm very straight-laced.
And finally, what's next for you? You're going to go back. You're going to be the national champion. I feel like your poster is going to be everywhere in your city. So are you looking forward to the attention?
worried about it a little because we were sitting in the house speculating that, maybe nobody else in Canada except for our families are watching this show. And when you get out and everyone's telling you how big it is, you're just like, what? I'm not ready for this. So we'll see. I'm excited. Yeah, a bit.
And last question is, my best friend was in the house. I'm dying to know.
So I hear.
I'm dying to know what your thoughts were on him. I felt like you were not the biggest AJ fan. So, what are your thoughts on AJ now?
My thoughts on AJ are...
I can take it. He's not here, so you can tell me the truth.
I know. I don't have... he's never done anything to hurt me. He's never done anything, I just feel like we've never connected and built a strong relationship in the house at any point. We talked, small talk here and there and, went our separate ways. I have nothing against him. I don't hate him. And I'm just not I love him so much. We built such a strong relationship. I'm neutral in the AJ department.
Amazing. Jillian, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.